Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how are you doing? Right, lots of bits of news before we get started. I'll keep it brief though. New microphone, still not working, still using old microphone. The lagginess in last week's shows, which I apologise for, was down to my screen recorder. I have switched to OBS, although I am not best happy with the quality. I've done everything I can, followed all the tutorials, still not happy, so when I can switch back I will, but at least we are minus the lag. Maybe a bit pixelated at times now, but minus the lag. Okay, big news though. Now, it's not just me that votes for the maps, you can too. And you don't have to click off of the YouTube channel either, you just hit a little vote. So when we get to the end, I'll tell you when to pause and place your vote, and then we'll crack on. Is that okay with you? New vote mechanic. I'm loving this, I really am. Okay, let's crack on with today's... Oh no, your daily reminder. Daily reminder. Yes, please hit that like button now, and if you're new to the show, sure, watch the show first, then click like, but if you know you're going to like it, hit like now. Thank you very much. You guys are the best. Right, today's map. It's a fantasy map, it's from a fantasy world, and we've seen the creator before doing more of this series. It's Legend of Crystania Island by FTG Gatsu. Now, we've done a couple of these in the past, and it's kind of like mixed receptions so far. Kind of like today's one though, so hang in there. There's your start square, which is perfectly good. Quite happy with that. There's your resources. Yeah, mostly painting I would suggest, although they are usable, definitely. And then off to the workshop. What do we need? Not much, as you can see there. There's the New Caledonian custom pavements. That would squelch somewhat, wouldn't it? And the preferred LUT is a realistic LUT, one that I didn't have already, so it's a warmer version of the previous realistic LUT. Now we're running with OBS recording here, and you may notice a little bit fuzzier, not quite as sharp as usual, but I think that's going to be preferred to bad lagging, which is what we have been suffering with. Anyway, let's let's talk about the map. So yeah, those bridges, a little bit long, a little bit unrealistic if I'm completely honest with you, but it's the price you pay for having an island map, and without them then you've kind of got to rely on shipping, and then that could cause its own problems. It's a price you pay, it's a choice you have to make, and it's a choice that Gatsu went with. Now these two highways, they do drift together there and drift apart a little bit of lack of control, and if anything the highway standards are just a little bit off. We'll see a couple more issues like that in today's show. Down here at a potential start location, if you want to be playing with the the tiles all unlocked, you can start there. There you go. This highway here, a little bit wibbly, yeah, straight, wibbly. Which means to me, the highway on the right was put down first, and then the left one was aligned by hand, and it's just slightly off, just a little bit. Anyway, the highway stops here, which isn't too far from the start square if I'm honest with you. I'm surprised it didn't go all the way round, but we haven't, and that's an option for you to expand on yourself. We'll go back and to this intersection, and we'll head left towards the start square itself. And we've got major jinky janky. Look at this. That is bad. That is really bad. Easily fixed, but that's a very poor mistake if I'm honest with you, considering the standard of some of the detailing on this map. And I will be honest with you, some of the rock work is exquisite. We've got another jinky janky down here as well. Once again, easily fixed, just a little bit to move it, push it in there, should pop in like a dislocated elbow being pushed back into the joint. Ouch. Yeah, hopefully it wouldn't be as painful as that. Anyway, the highways come so close together we get some glitching, and then separate just enough to allow the trees to find the median down there, and then we've got the start square right there. and the highway's kind of like dead ends there as well. These poor trees, I think they know they're coming to a sticky end. A sticky end. See, they're going to be sticks. Yeah. Okay, we'll forget that. Let's go back to this extra long bridge. The land connection here. We're not going to look at land connection. We're going to look at the bridge, and the bridge is fine, straight and fine and true, and a little bit of a rise to get up onto the land, but actually it's not too bad. I can let that go, I think. I can just about let it go. The train gets just enough speed. Now we've got a lot of foliage going on here. A lot of foliage. Those poor catenaries being cut into from all. We've got the weeds on the line. We cut through there, and now it's not too bad. We've got some more weeds. It's not the clearest of lines. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Then there's this junction here. Wow, any option, my dear. Left or right, or back where you came from. It's pretty much covered, I would suggest. And we'll go this way. And once again, it's pretty much, well, wooded. Wooded is the word. And we've got a little bit of elevation in the land here. Would we have gone cutting here? Depends where we're going. Ah, no, we're going to go a little bit higher. We're going to go up and over this highway. So, now, I think there's another way around this, you know. And I think if we go back, what I probably would have done myself, if this were me, doing the same path, I would have taken this, gone to a tunnel roundabouts here, and then cut through underneath, and then brought the line out, I don't know, somewhere roundabouts here, maybe. And it just would have been a smoother climb, and slightly tidier as well. That's probably what I would have done. I would have done an Icania tunnel. And then here, we're high, and then we're going into a dip before we can go up. Why couldn't we just be elevated from this point here all the way across? That would have made a lot more sense to me. Now, do you know what else makes sense to me? The channel is growing quite well. Oh, look at this. Bumpity bump right down here. This is awful. I'm sorry, that's bad rail work, I'm afraid there. Yeah, the channel's doing really, really well and growing. Just hitting 5,000 subscribers now. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I do have a Facebook and I do have a Twitter, but I've launched a new Facebook. This one will be for all of the shows, not just for City Skyline shows. Look at this, bumpity bump here. So yeah, if you want to nip over to Facebook right now and join me at facebook.com/official BonBonB. That is the official BonBonB Facebook page. And it'd be great to have you along there as well. It'd be great. I might even be needing some admin to help me with that if it gets too busy. This is poor rail again. Look at this. Down here. Train might be able to make it down there. It's not going to make it back up again, is it? Ooh, ouch again. Yeah, not the best rail, I'm afraid. And the route doesn't seem too bad, if I'm honest with you. Looking at it from above, I can deal with the route. I'm just not happy with the slopes and the detail. Same with the highways, just lacking a little bit in the finesse that is sometimes. It's a word we use quite often here. The finesse that's required. Here we go, another steep climb up here. A cutting would have been better just to get you up to about this point. It probably could have emerged about there. Another tree, come down here, another tree cutting through the power lines. Yeah, this is, you're going to have to be cut down, just like those, your friends, the trees in the start square. Your life, it may not be that long, depending on who takes on this map. It's not a bad map. And honestly, my first instinct is it looks pretty damned nice. There's plenty of interesting features. Yes, built on a fantasy setting. And again, look, going up the hill, and then we'd drop down. Why? Could have stayed elevated. And then that would have been a much smoother ride. Oh, I don't know. Am I going to have one of these bad days? And look how long this line is as well, considering how small the island is. This, I kid you not, this is one stretch of line. It does loop back onto itself in a moment. And when we get there, there you go, elevated over the roads there. Once again, the road's already elevated. Why couldn't the rail stayed low and then the roads could have just gone over that? That would have made a lot more sense. Anyway, about time we did an asset review, don't you think? Don't you think? I think. As we head off to Assetville for Mickey Moto Ginza, or Ginza 2 by Unfu. And I'm spotting the FU on the end, and I'm wondering. Now, this is a real life building in Japan, I do believe. I believe this was Tokyo. I think it's a perfume house, and I think it's their promotional exterior. I did read this a couple of days ago, and if I've got this wrong, I do apologise. It is in the description on the workshop, and well worth checking out. I think it's very nice. I think it's lacking a little bit in texture clarity, especially on the roof. It seems a little bit fuzzy and off-centre as well, if I'm honest with you. But if you're not looking at the roof, or you're looking at the roof from afar, I think that's a very interesting building, and I think that would fit quite a lot of you. Wouldn't mind that. So Mikimoto Ginza 2 by Unfu, today's asset of the day. And off to Themington Island for a slightly different theme and LUT combo this week. The theme's very nice. It's the Hot Semi-Arid theme by Wallace Halley, and it's accompanied with future Deus Ex style LUT, brighter LUT. And it's very orange and very futuristic, as in the Deus Ex style. You may not like it, but I'd still tell you that theme is beautiful. The textures are really nice as well. Okay, let's do some factoids. When we left off on Saturday, we were talking about the Wild West, so here's a couple more. The last man to speak the Mohican language died in 1933. Doesn't look like they'll be reviving that anytime soon. And whilst scalping their victims, Native American Indians made it a cut right around the head, just above the ears, and then pulled very hard. Oh, that is gonna sting. And you'll have less hair than me, and that's going some. Okay, let's go back to Legend of Crystania Islands by FTG Gatsu and the shipping routes. Shipping routes are, well, actually, they're fine. Absolutely fine. Got a possibility of shipping clipping here. I think the cruiser might just clip that. I can't prove it without setting it all up, and I don't have time to do that. I'm going to say that it will clip, and I'm sure it will actually. But the cargo will be fine. And then we come around here, and we've got perfectly fine. It goes all the way around the island, and there's no shipping routes through the extra long bridge at the start square. Oh, not start square. The island entrance. You know what I mean. This one comes all the way in here. Nothing to worry about in terms of bridges there. That's perfectly fine. And then that goes a little bit jinky janky there, but you won't notice it, and goes off into the fog. Let's have a look at water. Now, there's only one thing to know about the water, and that's that each of these gullies has a water source at the point, pushing everything out. And gushing it should go. Okay, that's water flow. That's everything you need to know with water flow. Right, let's go and have a look at the fly-through of the map itself. Now, the stonework, the rock detailing is glorious. It's really nice. Like here, you can just imagine that rock all pouring down into that gully there, down into the valley, down the side of there. And here as well, look. Oh, look, just this bit here. I think that's just so nicely done. Totally believable. Absolutely totally believable. And almost worth an extra point for detailing on its own. If only there weren't so many problems with the networking. Like this little ridge here. I love this little ridge made of stone. Hasn't quite crumbled away yet, but it's going to. You kind of get that feel. It's really, really very nice indeed, the stone working here. And we're right at the very top, the peak. Just this one little tower. A couple of dead trees up there as well, because they would struggle to get the water at that point. And I like that. I like that. That peak is just one little castle. Very happy with that. Now, problems. First of all, it's this central lighthouse. Yeah, if only you'd seen it, you wouldn't then charge yourself on the rocks at that 90-degree angle. And then, I mean, the lighthouse is fine. The jetty's incredibly high, and we've got another ship doing exactly the same there. We've got some water glitching, which has cleared itself just in time. My Twitter is now on screen. Make a note of that, guys and girls. Edge of the sofa. If you've got Twitter, you can join me there. Some glitching around all of the rocks. This one as well. Look, there you go. Exactly the same. Just doesn't want to push in there. Damn it. Damn you. There are actually some very good water non-resistant rocks on the workshop that can be used, and that would have solved that problem straight away. I'm having similar sort of problems with the same rocks, so I can understand that. Anyway, we've got some... now this. These are the new Park Life rocks and stuff. I don't like this cave. I mean, look at this rock. It's pointing up out the ground, minding its own business. The only rock like that, and it's got a cave in it. How would a... I don't get that. I don't think it makes any sense. That's why I wouldn't use it. More water glitching, more 90-degree ships caught on the edge there. The jetty, look at the jetty. Now, I'm all for erosion, but there's no way that was ever connected with the land. No way. It's another essential lighthouse. It's fine. It's all good. We'll pull back and have a look. What else have we got? Yeah, loads to build plain. Loads to build plain. With the hills just add a little bit of background. Not perfectly flat, which is a bit challenging. Look at this. I often moan about castles not having entrances. This time we got an entrance without a castle. Well done, Gatsu. That's very impressive. What else have we got down here? We've got a castle up on the ridge. Buying into that one. Yep, I'm all for that one. Simple and effective. Very happy with that. And then down here we have got a defensive wall separating the two halves. Look at this. Now there's your gate. No castle, but there's your gate. Can you get through? Just about. You know what this reminds me of? If I pull back a little bit. Hang on a second. It's all good. Right, there you go. United States of America, Mexico, and there's your wall. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not mocking him. Now, I've got to be honest with you, because I'm using OBS. I had to fly through in one take, and I missed a couple of things. Like you may have noticed in the opening sequence, there was an SOS on the beach. I've missed that. There was a drowned tree in one of those coves. I missed that one. And in one of these coves, yeah, that's right, the drowned tree, there you go. The water source in one of these was completely unrealistic. It was like pushing up the banks a little bit. But I like these. I think these look a bit creepy. These stones that are just poking out of that cove there. I like them. There's one more of those ships. Not quite a 90-degree angle. Rocks on the beach. The beach work, like I say, looks very, very nice indeed. And the rock work. The beaches and the rocks and the forests are very nice. It's the networking that seems to be the problem. Anyway, now here's your chance. Get ready to hit that pause button and have a think. Your chance to vote now. Hit that link in the top right hand corner and give this map a score between 1 and 5. That's as a whole, not separating it down by category. Is it a 1-star map, is it a 5-star map, or is it somewhere in between? Right, okay, and your time is now up. And I shall mark this thing myself. Now, aesthetically, I like this map. I don't love it, but I do like it. I think the rock detailing and the forests look amazing. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I think it's that good. I think it deserves 4 stars. Detailing. Some parts of this map are so bloody perb. And then some parts of it are just a bit of a letdown. There's nothing 2-star about it. Some bits edging on the railway possibly was edging on 2 stars. I think all told we can give it 3 stars and be fair. Gameplay potential, oh, it's a tough one. I can see some people calling it a 5-star map. I think the problems with it bring it down to a 4. I think 1 highway connection, yeah, okay, I understand. I moaned about that earlier, being highways, blah, 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 blah. I'm giving it 3 stars, okay? I'm giving it 3 stars. Legend of Crystania Islands by FGT Gatsu. It's a very nice looking map. It's a very nice looking map. Well, thanks very much for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. There's also a vote on that map that's on screen now. You can go and vote on that. There wasn't a vote on it before. It's a new thing, and I'm going to try and go through the backlog now. So every day there'll be an extra map that you can vote on if you want to go back and do one of the previous maps as well. So that's it. That is it for today. Join me tonight for map making with BonBonB, where, well, you'll see. You'll see. And tomorrow for another What Map. Thanks for watching. See you soon.